really have come to the realization that authenticity is the new way to live. This is the new king in content creation. Authenticity is also the new queen in content creation. And why aren't we not allowed to be a little messy? Why are we not allowed to be ourselves? Well, finally, we're at a position now where that is really coming to fruition. We are finally allowed to be ourselves, who we are, our messy selves. And I can't ask for anything better than that, right? So, I decided to just come live as is. I don't have the perfect lighting on right now. Actually, I can just go ahead and turn this on. Here we go. And we could talk about my schedule, how I go about working and getting my videos up, and how much money I earned this month. We could talk about that. Quite frankly, it wasn't a lot, but that's okay. Everybody wants to go viral on all these platforms. And it's not always about going viral, it's about sharing your insight, sharing what inspires you, and just being your authentic self. And sometimes your authentic self may not be viral, but that's okay. And just getting used to being on these platforms. I remember when I used to go to when I was regular on TikTok when I started there. It was all about being going viral, growing an audience. How many all the vanity metrics. I really, really got stuck on vanity metrics for a very long time. And it didn't serve me. I don't think I grew as a creator. I think the moments came true for me when I started being vulnerable and sharing some stories about my life and my struggles over time, especially about aging. Boy, aging as a woman has been really difficult. I'm around a lot of young people at my part time job at Target, and I see a lot of young women. And I think back at the days, let me just raise my seat. There we go. And I think back at the days when men used to pay attention to me, and that doesn't happen anymore. And that's okay. I think back in the days where, you know, we would get asked out on a date. And obviously, because I'm married, that doesn't happen. But, you know, it just doesn't happen anymore. Or how about just being a woman, a young woman, and your sexuality is a lot more engaging, I want to say, where you have the desire. Being a woman who's almost 60, quite frankly, I just really have lacked the desire because my body's changing, my outlook. When I hit menopause at age 50, I decided that I wasn't going to go through any type of therapy, and I was just going to go through it. And it does a lot of damage, not damage, but it does take a toll on you, a psychological toll. You go through a hormonal surge of um, your skin changes, your hair on your body changes, um, your overall makeup of and how you have on intimacy also changes. And the hot flashes don't make it any easier because you don't know when it's going to end. But I'm past the hot flash stage, by the way. But I mean, literally in the winter months, you have the air conditioner on, and your husband is lying there in bed with you know rolled up like a burrito because it's so cold. And yet there you are with you're barely wearing a sheet on because you're so hot. It's ridiculous. But I went through it. And I consider myself now post menopausal. I'm not exactly sure what that's referred to. Let's see what it's called. What is it called when you pass? What is after menopause called? Called postmenopause. Quite frankly, it's just called postmenopause. It's the time when your person hasn't had a cycle for more than a year. Oh, okay. Well, what's it called when the hot flashes are over? What is it called when hot flashes are over with menopause? I don't know if I'm asking this right. Chime in. It's still called post. This refers to the stage of life after a woman has gone through menopause. No longer experience cycles, meaning hot flashes typically subside or disappear completely at this point. Hormonal changes, stages marked by significant lower levels of estrogen, which can lead to other postmenopausal health concerns like bone loss. Well, I exercise a lot, so I move around, so that's important. And I'm so glad that I went through it naturally too. When hot flashes stop, postmenopause is the time after you've been without a period for 12 months. It lasts for the rest of your life. During this stage, menopause symptoms such as hot flashes get milder or they actually go away. I'm at the actually go away stage right now, so that's good. I'm post. And, I'm curious as to what else I have to look forward to. I don't have the hot flashes. I no longer have, I don't know if anybody's ever experienced where you wake up with a night sweats. Ugh, that was a disaster. And I didn't have too many night sweats when I was going through menopause. But I think that I've embraced my aging, personally speaking, a lot better than some people. I definitely am. So I'm really happy that I embraced my gray hair. I need to cut it though. I need to bring it to about here to get that look, because I really do like it when my hair is short. And let me just continue here. I don't know about you, but I do use chat a lot. I use chat to basically get my outline for any videos that I do. Chat worked out really great for me, and I just do the outline. I used to do scripts with chat, but I don't do that anymore because I really like the authenticity. I like just showing up as myself, and the outline basically just keeps me on track so that I don't go off into a tangent. But most of all, it helps me stay on track and feel confident when I'm doing a video. So I am going to do that now, and we're going to see how this live goes because I'm learning how to go live more often. And it may not be perfect, but it is. And this is who I am. All right, let's see what I have. Let's look at the 1,000-hour perspective. So I did a live yesterday about the 1,000-hour perspective, and I'm going to do it again because I just want to get it better. All right. So there's a big question out there. What is the 1,000-hour perspective to 10,000-hour perspective? What the heck is that? Well, the 10,000-hour perspective. There you go. Okay, so the 10,000-hour perspective is if you want to master a skill set, or maybe you want to be a content creator, right? And you want to grow an audience, or you want to do some digital things. You want to learn about the creator economy, right? Well, The 10,000 hour perspective is how many is basically is the fact that it takes about 10,000 hours worth of work before you really see any results. Okay. So that really helps you understand how much commitment is involved. You can choose to do 10,000 hours worth of work full time, part time, or occasional. So let's just say, let's break down what the 10,000 hours looks like if you decide you want to master a skill set. If you were to do it full time, which is 8 hours a day, you will see results within 3.4 years. That's about right. If you do it for 4 hours a day, it's going to take you 6 to 8 years before when you see some real success. And then if it's an occasional, like 2 hours a week, then we're looking at decades, the potential of it being decades. So there's that there. However, let's face it, many of us on this internet journey, being on the internet, watching social media, we see a lot of people make claims that you could achieve success through the internet, whether you're a content creator or whether you want to be an influencer or make lots of money online, that you have the potential to do this with 2 hours per week. And I want to share why I'm concerned about comments and claims like this. Because these are some things that I heard down the road that influenced me to get involved with a number of things. I've made some mistakes along the way. I got involved with buying a course to sell a course. I got involved with an MLM that told me that I could do it part-time and make a little bit of extra money part-time. But then they claim, well, actually, I take it back. The claims got really big. They're like, oh, yeah, you could do this part-time and you can make a lot of money. And then when you signed in, they were like, you're just not working hard enough. You know, you're not making enough money because you're not working hard enough, right? So that was a real reality buster for me right there. You see a lot of people talk about even creating content, like get monetized in 30 days, get to 1,000 followers in 30 days, right? And that's not the case for everybody. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes commitment. And it takes something that I think why the 10,000 hour rule is out there is because it's a true test of conviction. If you show up consistently for 3 to 4 years, think about your conviction to make something matter in your life. And, even though a lot of my videos don't pop off, they don't go viral, I'm not like a huge, gigantic influencer, I bring value into other people's lives. That's what really makes a big difference. It's the value, it is the relationship, and it's the integrity that I take a great deal of pride in. And if 200, 400 people watch my video and leave me a comment that says, I really appreciate what you're doing, that means a lot to me. And it will always be like that. I had a video go viral with thousands of comments. And honestly, it was very difficult and time consuming to keep up with all the comments. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. There's a lot of people that get a lot of virality on a consistent basis. I'm amazed how they are able to keep up with the comments and the engagement, because that's really important. I do take that into consideration as well when trying to establish relationships with your audience and understand where they come from. Who I'm speaking with today. And, what topic of interest they want to know about. The real reason why I got on this content journey was because there's people on on YouTube who've inspired me to be on social media. And the reason why they've inspired me is because I've seen how their lives have changed and evolved over the years. Not in 5 minutes, not in 30 days. No, I've watched these people for years and seen them get older, see their lives change, watch them and been with them when they bought their house, when they've traveled abroad, when they share their stories with you, and it makes a big difference in life. And you see, I have yet to see anybody ever talk about how they've regretted being on social media, or about how they've, it was the worst thing they ever did, and it cost them a lot of money, and now they're in the poorhouse. I have yet to see anybody ever talk about that. I think that the truth of the matter is that being on social media is, and Lauren, my friend Lauren, my accountability partner, talked about that. It's always on the upswing. The experience, the engagement, the growth, regardless of how long you do it, is always going to rise. It's a place where you don't go backwards, you go forward and you grow. Some faster than others, but it doesn't matter. You still grow. I'm growing right now being here live on YouTube because this is an area of expertise that I want to master. Now, understanding that, it's an area of expertise that's probably going to take me a couple of years to get used to being live, and I accept that. Should I have done it sooner? Sure, but I can't think about that now. I'm here now live and looking for engagement and people to share, what their thoughts are. And I know that there's nobody here today, but eventually that will be. I could go live anywhere, go live in my garden. I'm going to do that too. I think I'm going to go live when I'm working around the house and just share my daily life with you so that you can get a little taste of, what it's like. And I love having friends around because I really want to make friends here and, be with. You ever heard that term, be with? I learned about be with. I did Landmark Forum back in 2018. It really helped me a lot. Landmark Forum is like EST. If you guys know EST, I did it. And it was like a week, you spend a weekend away and you learn about how everything around you is meaningless. And human beings put meaning into everything, emotion, etc., and how everything around you is basically meaningless. That was my take on it. But there was an exercise in the advanced landmark that people were telling me about, and it's an exercise called Be With. So I'm going to look it up right here, and a friend of mine told me it was so powerful. Landmark Forum Advanced Course known as Be With. So Landmark Forum is a personal development program. There's this exercise where they have everybody lined up. And as you line up, you're lined up across from each other, okay? And basically it's where people then get close to each other and you're just with that person. You stare into their eyes and you're just with them. And it's called Be With. And they say that it's so powerful that you could feel the energy from the other human being and you don't say anything. The purpose of this is just to be with. So you just feel the person's energy and you look into their eyes, and people say that it's really, really touching, very impactful, very emotional, powerful to feel the energy, essence of another human being without there being any emotion, without there being any conversation, with just being with another human being. So I've heard that that's really powerful. I've never done it. Um, I consider myself a graduate of Landmark, and I really like the fact that you can turn off your emotion in Landmark and just like not worry about things. This not. It's kind of like it. You feel free from just having to run a racket or feel free from caring about what other people are doing. It really put me in a place where it's like, why do you care what other people are doing? Why do you even care how you affect other people? Just be you, just be, and it was awesome. I loved it. It really had a huge impact on me. I also learned that a lot of people run rackets in life, and running a racket is what we see right now going on in our country. Everybody's got a racket, including all the people that we listen to. Okay. A lot of people have that racket. I disconnected from the rackets back in 2013 and 2012 was when I disconnected from the racket, and it had a huge positive impact on my life, because it had the start of an impact on my life. That's where I started becoming less influenced by everything around me. Reality TV, I haven't watched a reality TV show since I turned off that box in 2012. That's where I discovered creators that have a huge impact on me to this day. Um, I started watching creators like Adam the Woo. He was living out of a van back in the day when he started. And I was watching him and following him. I was also watching other creators share their life. Oh, excuse me. Out of their vans and their campers. I still follow them a little bit to this day. And you know what? They're still around. They're still happy. They have a huge community, and social media had a huge positive impact on their life. So that's why I do it. Um, I want to share my insights, my journey, and the love that I have for the changes that social media has done for me. I want to share that with you guys. So that's why I do it. Um, what else can we talk about today? So I did Landmark Forum. We talked about the 10,000 hour rule, about how the 10,000 hours is important to um, show your conviction toward creating something new and being committed to making it work. And there's a lot of detail in that. I can even get further. Let's talk about it even more. I talk about in the outline for the 10,000 hours is I talk about my journey. I talk about how in 2021 I purchased a blueprint, paid $2,500 for it, and thought that it was going to um, add like a fast track way of creating content and being a creator, and that didn't work out. Inside the blueprints, though, it opened up my eyes to many things. It opened up my eyes that there's a lot going on besides just being a creator. There's affiliate marketing, course creation, coaching and consulting, and masterminds. The bulk of the education that I took was mostly about affiliate marketing, which is very common in social media. Everybody, when you guys go get in there, everybody wants you to represent their brand. And it happens quite often. They'll give you an affiliate link, you promote the product. It's a great way for a business to get their products out there and then just offer you a commission, right? It's embedded in the price anyway. So, um, and then I talk about whether or not I saw results from taking the course and buying the course, which of course I still have. And I talk about how I didn't see results because I was a complete beginner. I was very new. I didn't even know what affiliate marketing was. I didn't know what creating a course. I didn't know anything about that stuff. I just wanted to go into something called digital marketing, and it was just the wrong place for me. I talk about my conviction, how I stayed consistent, even when results were not there. Example, right now, all my videos and my views are down. So the huge amount of money that I made last month has significantly changed for this month. And guess what? I don't care. I'm convicted to my conviction to make this work, to be a part of my life is very important to me. And if I could bring value to just one person or a group of people, that's all that matters. So, the 10,000 hour rule. In other words, there's always going to be 10,000 hours. I just started doing lives. It's going to take me some time and energy to get better and to become more consistent and for this to be a part of my life. Also, earning income online is also going to take me some time, and the conviction has to be there. It may take me 1 year, 2 years. The fact that I've crossed that first hurdle of staying online and being a content creator means that I'm only improving over time, and that's what really matters. It's not about instant success, because every day you show up, you get a little bit more successful. You see results, positive results, I should say. All right? Not immediate, but and the more you spend time showing up regardless of the results, you're going to have longevity. You're going to have long-term results, authentic ones too. So that's important, right? If you're in it just to make money, then just be in it to make money, and be a part of a group of people that everybody's not going to understand you, where you're coming from. They're going to be confused because you're always selling something, and, people lose interest in that, all right? You might as well just sell your stuff out of the mall. Let's keep going. So we did talk about adopting a long-term perspective, how important that is. What's also important is, as you continue to grow, you need to embrace consistent learning too. This industry is constantly changing. The magic and the engagement, the audience is constantly changing too. Um, the audience will tell you where the tide is moving, and so, or I should say the current is moving. So you need to pay attention to that. Emphasize that showing up daily, and this is what I'm going to do for going live, not only builds not just skills, but also resilience. That's really good. Showing up daily builds resilience. Another thing that you do is, when you are in the 10,000 hour rule club, I should call it, is you learn to set expectations, right? Because you try things, you go, well, that didn't work out. I had expectations I was going to get this result from it. And then you try something else and you're like, well, that worked out, but, I guess I'm just going to have to, present or stick with this plan for a little bit longer to see how that works. And so then basically that's how you set expectations. You highlight the importance of being patient and setting achievable milestones, and celebrate your wins throughout your journey, no matter how big, no matter how small, right? That's great. When you stick around and you have longevity and you have patience and you're consistent, you surround yourself with, you find like-minded people in your group, which is really nice because that's how you build your community. For me, I joined a coaching group. Overall, that has been probably one of the best things. And then you share your life with an accountability partner. I think Lauren has become like a really good friend of mine. I should let her know when I'm on live. She asked me to do that, and I didn't do that today. You want to focus on the Oh, this is really good. Being a part of the 10,000 hour club is you want to focus on the process. You don't want to focus on the results. Okay, you want to focus on, like me, learning to be here with you, sharing a conversation, and learning about the process, like how long to be online, when to go online, what to do. And then celebrate it when you do it. You know, I set a goal for myself. My goal was I was going to show up live every day for 7 days. And that's realistic, right? I'm on what, day 3? And now I'm going to show up live again for another 7 days. And then we'll see how that goes. Okay. I set a realistic expectation. I set a realistic micro goal for myself so that I could achieve that and have a win. That's considered a small win, and I'm going to celebrate that. All right. So if you guys have any small micro challenges you would like to achieve over time, drop me a comment and let me know how long you want to do it and what it is that you want to do. And I would love to follow up and explore how you did when the time is up. So let's do that, and let's start sharing our micro wins together. So thank you for joining me on this live. There was nobody here today. That's expected, but I do want to say I appreciate every single one of you, and I look forward to spending more time with you. Stay tuned. There'll be more lives to come, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care, everybody.